for his teammate Donkey, the engineer, the much-needed engineer, to walk around the corner and get shot in the face by Xperia's MP40. That's what happened right there. It's not looking too good right now for Team Stable. They still have 3 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, they
not
just
quite down and out for this round.
They got the flag as nail called, and
what did you see?
In a full spawn right now, or at least a 3-man spawn here, and we're tracking CKY. So with the flag in place, you know, they've still got plenty of time, Nail. They got to make the plant, which will take 30 seconds off the clock. But they need to not panic at this point. Just stay calm. Force their way forward. Get the plant. Bring the gold home.
They are our one last hope. So yeah, we definitely want them to. I'd love to see an overtime match. I definitely would love to see that. But with Kevin on the ladders, with the grenades from Crab, what can you do? They'd have to throw some airstrikes to try to clear out those ladders. DTS as well. He's got 4 grenades to waste, and so right now it's really just a challenge of getting up the ladders and getting that plant down. And you have to subtract 30 seconds, so it is getting down to kind of crunch time for him.
Well, 2:34 on the clock.
And I'm interested to see what DTS gets here. Oh, he only gets 1. Not too bad, though.
It's the fight for the crypt right now, so you can see that the Axis team here for Badazz going very crypt heavy at the moment in the last 2 minutes. Looking down into that cellar. Not a fun place to pop your head up, Sabo.
No, not at all. That was part of the problem. Is we had Parcher kind of leading the path up the staircase, and there were just so many guns trained on his head that it was an instant kill. No one's really going to be able to get a plant near those sort of situations. We got 1 minute and 50 seconds on the clock. I'm just hovering over top of the crypt to see what's happening with the Badazz defense. We got at least 3, maybe 4 members. Here comes Donkey, engineer leading the charge, backed up by Medic. Inferno, the Medic goes down first, which means no revives, and those 2 guys are down and out. Not going to see a dynamite plant on this push right here for Team Stable. 1 minute 29 on the clock.
And Donkey is down. He's gotten revived.
With crypt yet to be blown. Warwich, what's happening in the wine cellar?
Well,
he's trying.
Time is running out.
It doesn't look like Kevin. Oh, my.
Time is running out. This is the final push, the final chance here for the Allied roster of Stable. Going to make their way up towards the crypt, and we could have ourselves a plant. Struggling with some major internet issues, so as soon as this game's over, I'm going to have to reconnect, lower my settings a bit. That might fix the problems. Regardless, we're going to fight our way through it like soldiers in the field. So this is going to
be a 1-1.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice close game. 1-1, and it's all tied up. We picked a very good game tonight, Bridger.
Absolutely. Especially because you get the nationality thing going on in there. Like, you get to root for the home team. Unless you've got dual citizenship.
Which
then you don't,
they happen to be on the Allies right now.
There you go. But yeah, garbage time just about to come to a close here. Then we'll get to see now what server do they play on for the tiebreaker?
That is a great question. I am not.
That's a dilly of a pickle.
I guess we'll find out here in a second.
A dilly of a pickle.
Maybe something in like Oceania, Philippines.
Boy. What, you've never heard Flanders say that? Come on now.
Well, here's the rundown for you.
I think they may actually just play it here.
Looks
would
like,
be
yeah,
fair.
Just readying up.
The game all tied up.
Golly day, Kevin.
Yeah, look at that. 62 efficiency, 23 kills. Well done on his side, and no one even near him.
Wow.
For Stable. Not even near. I mean, you have CKY with 15, which is a good ratio, but then you look at that 23 for Kevin. So, like we've said before, don't let his name fool you. Kevin is a pretty solid player. And these teams are really
actually
dominating thus far. And here's something interesting now.
The last time that we spec'd him was on Village.
That's true. keep in mind that in the 2012 Anniversary Cup that we've been covering, Stable have not dropped a match. So if they take a loss here in the Alienware Cup, then this will be the first time I believe they've lost in weeks, if ever. So it could be a demoralizing blow.
Stable, not only have they not lost a match, Warwick, they haven't even given up a point.
Exactly.
In that cup. So this is the first time we've seen them even lose a point. And it's the Team Badass. And again, before that round, we were talking about the whole ping advantage thing. Badass has the ping advantage, and it looks like they're going to have it on this round also. So Stable, they really got to, bring it together, maybe change up their strats, and maybe bring a little bit of luck in on their side, because if they can't do it right here and right now, they're going to be out.
Well, we're going to
And
get some...
I can definitely say that when it was on the other server, Badass was very impressive. So here we go, last round. If they cap, we'll see what happens here.
We're in for a long one. Wild stuff. So here's Stable, the offensive push. Been a while. Bridger, you've got the comms. Take it away.
All right, going to try and get a lock on them following CKY right now. He's one of the medics here. Looks like he is going for the center courtyard area. Yes, indeed, we're in the center courtyard area. Might be, yep, allies pushing through the Axis spawn area, trying to get some kind of a quick thing going on. Krabs there. He alerts the rest of his team, hey, they're coming this way. They're going to be able to reset and sort of throw grenades out this direction, be looking in the correct direction. But for right now, I see at least 4 members of the allied team here coming in this direction. Make it 5. Elusive just jumped in and joined him here, I think. Here we go. Leonecki gets the first kill, gets a second kill. Right now, things not looking good for this allied push. Axis still strong inside the cemetery here. K-Dot gets a kill too. I think they're getting revived. Here they go. Brandon, first one to push through, gets a kill. DTS with double kill from the Panzerfaust, but also manages to kill his teammate in the course of that. So it's still going to be anybody's game. So the Allies still have a medic left. No, Donkey is the last one. He's an engineer. That means this push is shut down, locked down. Good night to Stable team. Now they're going to have to start the push again. That was pretty close. That fight went back and forth. Medics reviving everywhere, Warwick. Unfortunately, the last person alive was not a medic.
Well, CKY with the grab on the northwest courtyard, waiting for the respawn timer. He's going to probe the Axis defense here of Badass. He's looking down into the crypt. And you can hear there's some drama going down here. Here comes DTS. And friends, nice. Well, DTS actually gives himself. I don't know what happened there, Nail, but uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah, he didn't want to suicide. He had a full spawn, so now it's going to be all 6 allies versus all 6 Axis. We're seeing the same thing as last time. It's hard to get out of the crypt, especially when you got DTS dropping down and shooting in your face. Oh my goodness. But the Axis are set up really well here, and Parcher's pushing through the Axis spawn, trying to distract them a little bit. So we will see... Oh, airstrike's coming out. See if they start hiding, maybe to get a kill. Don't think they're going to hit anything with that, actually. Parcher is still at the Axis spawn area, so back to you guys here.
Yeah, I've got a lock on him. He eats Panzerfaust. DTS has had enough of Parcher and opens up long range from the graveyard. Blows him away. 7:18 on the clock. Game all tied up 1-1. Stable versus Badass. The Americans versus the European Union. The Axis Xperia is going to reclaim that courtyard, so force a respawn. Fighting with... Look like Elusive.
Oh, perfect timing.
But comes out on top, forcing the respawn Sabo of the Stable team, forcing them all the way back through Village and back into Tavern tonight.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I was watching Elusive. It was a little one-on-one firefight by the flag. Elusive's hope was to grab and keep control of the flag. He ended up losing it, and the entire Stable team had to spawn all the way back at the beginning. That cost them valuable time. And now I'm looking at Donkey and the rest of the Allied forces for Stable. We're getting a little firefight out by the Tavern, Door of Death, but they're going to march right on in. Who is that? Looks like DTS laying down some suppressing fire. Donkey's going to take him out, walk around the corner. I see DTS actually hiding in the other room with a grenade. As it tosses it, chunks it in, and that's about the end of that push right there.
Oh, it's a
little
nasty
They have 3
push.
people still alive.
I mean, now look at this. I mean, they
Lots
have
of medics.
CKY, he's going to come out, grab the flag.
the medic work
Yeah.
has been amazing. I mean, everyone must have died about 9,000 times in that push right there thus far, but they're able to make the revivals, force their way forward, get inside, and hopefully can lock it down, get themselves a
Yeah, there's
plan.
a lot of chain revives going down from Parcher.
Apologies for the dead air. Fighting through a little lag here on Ventrilo. We'll get it fixed here as soon as the match is over. There's the plant on the gold crypt. So that right there is what you need to see at 5:25. 30-second countdown on that. Here comes the Axis defense, and it looks like they have an engineer. Here's Crab. He's going to lean down, try to make the disarm. Can he do it? Watch out for the grenade. It's elusive. Well-timed grenade blows him away. He's back on his feet. He ain't going to stop. Pliers are out. 506 gets the defuse. So you can't stop him. Nice save right there. Nice revivals. That is amazing play from Badazz, and that's what it's all about. Bridger, we're going to hand it to you, Commander.
Crab came back from the grave. He sits up after the medic sticks the needle in him and says, "My work is not finished," and then just goes and pliers away. That is a huge setback for the stable team. The fact that he did not get gibbed by that grenade, but Donkey sneaking around and planting another dynamite. That just gets them right back in the game because they held on to that courtyard throughout that whole thing. If they had lost the courtyard too, that probably would have been it for them. But this is certainly a really good chance here. They've got the Axis pushed all the way back to their spawn. We've got Kevin getting killed by his own grenade, which he may have held on to, or threw a grenade and ran into the cemetery all by himself. But here comes the explosion. There it is. It's over. It's open, but no grab. He was not waiting in the right place, unfortunately, there, Warwich, and that's going to set him back quite a bit because they lost the courtyard. Dang.
Well, you can tell Bridger's bird in the background is very excited about Zacast tonight. All right, Nail, tactical rundown, then off to Sabo.
Yeah, no, they did a great job of getting the second plan. Actually, Crab had gone away from the engineer, so there was no chance, even if they had all changed engineer, it wasn't going to happen. So they knew it was going to blow up, so they started planning, and they did great. They grabbed the flag. So even though it blew up, there was one person, Inferno, by himself. Even if he had grabbed it and started running, I don't think he was going to get too far. So right now you got CKY running through the Axis spawn. Oh, Crab just dominated him. And double kill. Wow, so great push there by Crab. Just Axis defense being really offensive. We got Donkey and Inferno pushing short. And they're trying to push short again. It seems like that's their bread and butter. So you got 4 people going there right now, Warwich.
It's a really risky move there, Nail. I mean, but it's paying off. The timing is right on.
There we
It looks
go.
like Sable's really figured out the spawn timer for the Axis team as they make their way into the crypt in the graveyard. Looks like they have complete control of the area. And who is that? That is Inferno with the grab. Which way is he going to go? Runs out into the cemetery. Turns left, and I thought he was going to go short, but I think the Axis have actually respawned over there. They decide, no, we're just going to go for it.
No, they're being tricky.
That's exactly what they're doing. But they push straight by Axis spawn over here. Nail, they've got a nice put-together push over here.
CKY with the grab, he's got it.
And 2 minutes and 10 on the clock.
Going to try to bring
And
it
Leonecki
home.
just spotted them, so they know they're there now.
2-minute warning, CKY bounding home. Oh, watch out! Panzerfaust up the shorts! That has got to hurt. DTS blows him away. Wow, another grab.
Brandon
though.
with the grab.
We've got it. Another attempt, another shot. Bridger, take us home, buddy.
All right, trying to find him here. There we go. Got Brandon out of the wine cellar. Gonna meet up with Xperia. Is he gonna be able to make it? No, he loses the duel. Xperia comes out on top, sends the gold back to the hell from whence it came.
And this is going to be bad because they don't have the DTS with a triple.
DTS.
I saw that coming.
laying the hurt down, and only
nail.
away the Soldat can was the Panzerfaust 3-man kill. Man, this Badass have really brought their A game tonight, Sabo. These guys are playing hard. They want it. They want that 200-pound prize.
Yeah, looks like DTS. He's playing a smart defensive tactic. He's hanging out kind of by the truck in that bell tower with Panzerfaust. But since the courtyard was taken by the Axis, it forced Stable to go backwards and spawn at the beginning. Perfect opportunity for DTS to wipe out a bunch of people with a mad Panzerfaust kill. Looks like we're in absolute garbage time right now. 43 seconds on the clock. Yeah, they might grab the gold, but it's kind of a moot point for Team Stable at this point. Really, it's kind of surprising to see the game go on this
well,
long.
This could be Parcher calling you a liar. Can he get out? Nope. Crab is there, shuts him down, mows him down, and there is the return. 23 seconds, definitely not enough time. So the almost always dominant Stable team meet their nemesis against Badass now. Donkey with the grab with 10 seconds remaining. Nail, he'd have to fly across the map. It's not going to happen.
Full hold. There are some tricks that are definitely not allowed in the cup, such as you can run over to the gate and suicide, and somebody else grabs it through the gate, which is absolutely not allowed. You can do it really fast if you're allowed to do that, but no, 12 seconds, not gonna happen.
What if one of them has a really good arm? Just throws it over the building. It's not that much.
Like chucking an airstrike.
Yeah, exactly.
It looked like Xperia and DTS just carrying it for. I mean, they all did great, but they were definitely on the Badass Allied team, carrying it on their shoulders. Looked like the Allies, or the Axis of Parcher and friends, really struggled to get kills. So
look at that.
We will see what happens here.
Oh yeah,
76% for Xperia.
You can see the efficiencies here.
For the whole Badass team, it's 60% efficiency. That's basically your kill-death ratio in Wolfenstein versus Stable 31. I mean, that tells me that Badass is dominating when it comes to the one-on-one individual skill in combat. So it's a game of tactics at this point.
And we did see when it was on the U.S. server, Badass was doing equally well as kills. I mean, it was pretty much even. So it looks like they really handled the playing on, not home field advantage. They handled that a little bit better than it seems like Stable maybe. But the round is definitely not over. I mean, there's 10 minutes left, so we will see what happens and see if maybe it goes into a double overtime.
Well, I'm going to give a shout-out to some of the people on the channel here today as we're gearing up. We really chose a good game here, and we'll be talking about the brackets again, who's been knocked out, who's going to push forward. I kind of expected we'd be seeing match after match after match, but this one has really been just a knockdown, drag-out fight. So, again, welcome to the Alienware Cup Christmas Edition. Return to Castle Wolfenstein, brought to you by the Axis Shoutcaster and friends tonight. Great cup so far, hosted by Team Dignitas, who are going back to their roots. They wanted to kind of show the RTCW community some love. This is where they began way back in the day, and they've expanded enormously, ginormously even, throughout the years. And they're going back to their roots here to show the community some love. And these people, these guys, these teams who have been playing for the past couple weeks have really been practicing hard for this cup, and it shows. I expected Stable to come in here and just swipe Badass aside. Badass have got some crafty players. They've got some solid skill. But man, Badass, yeah, as has been said in channel, have been badass tonight. So this is it.
They may have met their match.
David versus Goliath. 3, 2, and a 1. Badass, Allied offense. Let's take it away. Sabo on the call. All you, buddy.
All right, interesting thing, I was watching Leonecki. He's a medic right here because he's so darn sneaky, and he is being sneaky. He kind of hung back and is crouching, and I think he's going to go a different way from the rest of his team, and in fact he is. Leonecki hangs a right and then a left. No, he's just taking an alternate route over to the old what's it called, the door of death at the tavern. So never mind. He just faked me out. I guess that's what he does.
That's what Leonecki
with
does.
a rush through the door of death into the tavern. They got the first room, and it's going to be fighting room to room right there. Grenades, MP40s all around. Warwitch, can Badass break into the courtyard.
Remains to be seen. Close quarters combat inside the tavern. It's always nasty in here. We talk about that every time we're on Village, and we've seen a lot of Village the past couple weeks. But thus far now, it looks like it's the kind of same old song and dance here. Both teams are... It's the
DGS is waiting to get a shot here on the tavern.
It's going to be ugly.
Oh!
Just a two-man kill, not too shabby. But as I was saying with these teams, it is the... What do they say, Bridger? The immovable object meets the unstoppable force. That is exactly how you best describe this game. Axis standing by.
That's a great analogy for it. And DTS is carrying his own. Normally, we would have Islam from T-Mobile, you know. Usually he would be throwing down the long-range Panther shots. Tonight is DTS, so changing things up. They got the flag now, so that is at the 8-minute mark. Yeah. Flag grab. That's not bad, but I believe they have to just hold it right now, defend it. But it looks like CKY and Parcher are probably going to take it back.
Bridger, you pulled a Bridger on me, buddy. What's new? On we go tonight, 7:43. I didn't see that. It's all good. The Axis going to reclaim the courtyard with CKY right now. The Axis, of course, your stable roster. So keep in mind the score's all tied up. So this is it. This is it. I'm excited. We'll find out who advances and who goes home in tears at 7:21. Sabo.
All right, we're looking at Badass there, all spawned up and ready for yet another push coming straight into the courtyard at the tavern. K-Dot, the first one to walk in and order a drink, hangs a right, and this guy is like an unstoppable soldier. It's like watching Wolfenstein 3D. Finally, his teammates come backing him up, and we're going to have a nice push. Crab running in, and, oh, who was that? That was Xperia. Grabbing the flag, and now the forward spawn point is going to be taken by Team Badass. A little bit of a firefight here by the wine cellar, but Badass Allied offense stays on top. Somebody being sneaky there, an Axis soldier.
They almost lost
grabbed the nice
They
timing.
did lose it. Wow.
He grabbed that flag, but the Allies were able to pick it up. Badass timed the spawn just right, and they fully spawned outside of the wine cellars, and we're going to see a push on the crypt. Nail, take it away.
Elusive.
Yeah, we've got Engineer Crab in the back, but the fighters got grabbed again. So they're getting the plant. Can they defend it? Oh, it looks like he's down. He's getting revived. Green light. He's bending over.
Oh my God!
Another grenade
from Donkey. Nice down the shorts, and there goes the dynamite. So, not quite boom goes the dynamite. It just
amazing play
into the earth. Yes. Very nice defense right there. And, man, these teams are fighting tooth and nail. The Engineer almost had it, revived, then blown away. Donkey with the kill. So, man, Bridger, now you're back, and you're not going to pull a Bridger. Take it away.
All right, so we're going to get a lock on Badass here as they make their way into the wine cellar for yet another push. Leonecki leading the charge, out throwing some of those airstrikes in. Is it going to get anything? No results, but it is going to keep him honest. We got a green light on the crypt right now. Crab has a red light, finally able to stay alive long enough. Here comes the push from the... wow, lots of team kills there. DTS manages to get nothing but his friend, unfortunately. So, looks like Dot has control of the crypt area here. But the Axis do spawn closer, and then somehow rocket jump a dead body over there for no reason. And here comes the explosion.
Triple engineer. Can't do it! Oh, watch out! Holy cow! He almost had it. 1 second away, and it goes off in his face. Leonecki with the grab. Holy cow! We had 3 engineers. They had 3 engineers. He ran over, leaning over. He literally had like 0.5 of seconds left. Can't get it done. Blown away. We have a grab. Leonecki now with the grab. We got him. Man, that was crazy. Crazy stuff right there. So, gold has been passed off. Crab now has it. Sabo, you've got the call. Take us home in the final stretch.
All right. Crab now has it. He's been backed up by Leonecki. He runs into the courtyard and then turns around back into the tavern. We're playing more of this sneaky kind of game stuff. Leonecki, I guess he's going to kind of lead the charge here. We have 4 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. That really is plenty of time to get the gold all the way back to the Allied truck. And what's Crab doing? He's just hiding out in the bar. Maybe he got thirsty, wanted a drink. He plays better liquored up. I think that's what's actually happening here. A little bit of a firefight forward. The question is, does Stable have a trap set a little bit up the line? Warwich, what do you see?
Well, we're with Crab. All right, he's got the call. Bounding forward, moving very slowly at first, but here's where it gets tricky. All right, these tight corridors in Village are dangerous. The Axis could be waiting anywhere. It swings into the door, making his way up towards Allied spawn. Inside, this could be it. Bounding forward, charging in, and gets it done. Good games. Badass advance.
God bless America.
The American teams have been blown away. Oh, no.
Well,
Wow.
I'm out of here.
Good
That
effort.
was the only reason I was here.
Good effort from Stable, though. Good effort.
That's a 2-0 victory for Team Badass
Oh, my gosh.
in 3 rounds.
Yes. Let's pull up the brackets.
Yeah, that was right to the end there. Nail biter. That's what they call it, a nail biter.
Oh, I get it. Nail biter.
Oh,
Yes.
there you go, Nail.
You guys are
All
extremely witty. All right, so we'll pull up the brackets here. Let's go ahead and refresh.
Well, you know what this means for Team Badass, Warwich.
What does this mean, Sabo?
Nope.
Mhm.
This means that they get to move on against Team Raw. Raw being the team who took a victory over nobody. They got the bye in the first round. So Raw's very first match is going to be against Badass.
Wow, that's going to be
took
tough.
out Stable, a powerhouse like that. So yeah, on the next round, my money's going to be on Badass. I don't know much about Raw. No disrespect to you guys, but Badass. I mean, if they took Stable out, then yikes.
Ironically enough, DTS and Voice, they were in a match the other night. It was Raw versus KIH, and Raw actually won out over KIH. I believe it was 2-1.
Very nice.
I hope I'm not wrong on that, but it was a really good game. Really, Raw had great aim, and so we'll see if Badass can compete with that. But they know what they're going to be dealing with, because they were actually with them in the other match the other night.
All right, so here's the question, guys. Talking to Sui in IRC, and I'm going to ask you guys in channel, a shout out to Foost and Mojo. Of course, Sui also hanging out as well. Dark Angel's back. And all the rest, welcome back to the command center. We have these games lined up. I don't know which of these have started and which are not yet underway. Obviously, we know that, Raw are going to be facing Badass, but we're going to give that a break and focus on some other teams. So what would you guys like to see? I don't know. I'm kind of thinking maybe Highbot versus Cave. What do you guys think in channel?
You know, I was thinking the same thing there, Warwich. Highbot and Cave. We've seen that in, I think, one of your show matches, and it was a pretty good game, as I recall. Wasn't it?
TWL Virus, I salute you. Welcome to the cast here tonight. Dr. Cyan as well. Good to see you, Commander. Welcome back. I believe Dr. Cyan was the one that hosted the Doctor's video from 2002 QuakeCon that has like 92,000 hits, so good stuff. Anyway, looks like Highbot Cave match go. That's what people are saying out there so far. Nail, what are your thoughts on that? I think that would be a pretty darn good game.
I would agree. We have seen these teams in the past. They are both really good teams, and I think that would be a pretty epic match to watch. I mean, all these matches getting down to it, I mean, it's going to be tough, and I feel for anybody that plays, especially against Fusion, because that is a mix of one soldier and overpower, like we said. But all these matches, it's going to start getting really gritty in the semifinals here soon, and especially the Highbot Cave match.
We're checking in right now with Sui from Dignitas, and he says the Highbot versus Cave game is currently underway. I'm going to try to get a score update from him real quick, so see if it's worth actually hopping in. He says Raw versus Badazz is going to be starting here right now. If the... well, let's get server information for that. Stand by. This is the gripping Tales of Woolwich talking in IRC. There we go. All right, Neil, let me hand this to you, and I'm going to